I literally just cleaned just this. I made just this side of my bed that you could see for this video, so you're welcome. Okay, you guys have been asking for a makeup tutorial, so here I am. So I gave a quick glimpse at like what I use, but I'll link everything in the blog post underneath. So I'm just gonna dive right into the tutorial. So I wiped my whole face off, which is a big freaking deal because I only get that time in the morning to get ready. So be thankful. Okay, but seriously, so I always put moisturizer on first, and then I do a primer. That's the one I like, which I already put it on. But so I usually use literally like a pea size amount, and I put it everywhere. And then right here, because I get super dry on my face right here, so I'll use, it's called Mom Stuff, and I actually use it for like Blake's diaper rashes and stuff, but it works really well for my skin right here. So I put on a little bit extra right there just so that it doesn't look flaky and gross by the end of the day. So I do that. And then I use, you guys, I take really good care of my makeup, as you can see. I use Smashbox's Photo Finishing Hydrating Under Eye Cream, and that's just because I don't like having all the lines under my eyes, like from my makeup when I smile and all that. So actually, like, some girl at Sephora talked me into buying this, so you know, it's fine, but I actually do really like it. After I put the primer on under my eyes, I use this Instant Eye Lift. It's from Trish McAvoy. I'm not really sure how you say it, but it's good stuff. So I put that on under my eyes like that. So I usually take it all the way down just a little bit too, just because I want to cover all the things. It's fine. All right, after that Instant Eye Lift is on, I use Tarte, which is what I use for my foundation too, but I use it's their little concealer stick, and then I do that under my eyes to cover everything up. And this one I take quite a bit down, and I just use my finger. Maybe that's not the right thing to do. I'm not really a makeup blogger. I'm not a makeup expert, but this is just what I do, okay guys? And I take it all the way down. And see, it looks really light right now, which is fine. It's just gonna cover all your bags up because mom life. And then I use Tarte's concealer, their creaseless concealer for all my zits, which y'all will be with me for a while I cover all these up. That's fine. Once your zits have been covered up, I use my Tarte foundation. I just use the Amazonian Clay. If you want to know the color, guys, this is not my area of expertise. I use Fairly Light Beige. I put it on my hand like this, and then I use this little brush, which is from Trish McVoy again. Guys, I don't know how to say the last, it's fine. And I go in a circular motion when I'm putting it on. And then smooth anything out with your hands that you need to. And then after that, I use this, it's just NYX. It's from like the drugstore, but it's their contour stick. This has been game changing since I started using it. So see how pasty my face looks right now? Watch and learn. I'd watch all the YouTube videos on how to do this, so I am not an expert, but this is what I do. So I take the highlighter part of it, the lightest one, on this side, go down my nose, right here, chin, and a little dab right there. Then I take this part, which looks really, really dark, but it's not that dark, and I, like, don't be afraid. I would just like you guys all to know that the UPS man just came to my house and I answered the door like this. You're welcome. That's called true dedication. Okay, so I bronze right here, or contour, sorry. Then I get right under here. I get my nose right there. And then I do my hairline like that. You're done. Then I take my beauty blender. So I get mine wet first and then I just like squeeze it out in a towel. But you just blend everything in. Once it's all blended in, then I take my Laura Mercier, and it's just like the finishing powder, the setting powder. I put a little bit in the cap, take a brush, and just kind of brush over the top. It goes on clear, it's just kind of a setting powder, so it's not gonna ruin any of the contouring you just did. So there's that. And then I use this Trish again for their bronzer, and it's the best. And I'll put, this is Champagne, that's the color, but I'll put the colors that I use, just so you guys have a reference point. I bronze my neck first, and then I go over those contour lines again with my bronzer. And then I blush. And I use MAC for blush. I've used it since like the 7th grade. I couldn't tell you the color right now because it's worn off, but I will figure it out for you and put it in the post. So I get right there and my nose just a little bit. And then I usually will take another, like just a big brush and kind of go over my face, so that it kind of blends it a little bit better. And then after that, I usually do my eyes. I literally use like the same eye colors every day, unless I'm going out for a special occasion. This little Pixie palette is my favorite. So I just start with the light colors first and kind of put that all over my lid, just with a little brush. You guys are probably like, if you know anything about makeup, you're like, this girl's an idiot. It's fine. Okay? You asked, and I am granting your wish. And then I start with the next pink, and I just kind of do that in the crease right there. Same with this side. And then I jump down to this third brown. I don't like to go any darker than that, but that's just because I'm freaking white. It's fine. And then I just do it over here. And then same on this side. You guys, trying to do your makeup in a camera is like not easy. For those that have asked about my lashes though, they're not real, so. If you want those, you're just gonna have to go somewhere. If you're in Boise, I can tell you a place. I go to Look at Me Now Lash Lounge. It's in Meridian. After that, then I do my brows. I use European Wax Center's brow stuff. I love it, but it's not available everywhere. So I will put in my post one that I really, really love that you can buy everywhere. So brows, I start with a line at the edge like that. I know you guys can laugh all you want. And then I draw a line up and into my brows. Same with on this side. And then I just fill them in. If you want to learn like the real brow tricks, Michelle Money, she knows a thing or two about brows. I learned my brows from her. So once my brows are done, then I do mascara. I use Trish again on the bottom, and that's just because I like how tiny it is. So the brush is like super small. So I do that on the bottom lashes real quick. And then if you have lashes like me, this black diamond coating, you can get it on Amazon, is like bomb.com. And I literally just do it in like at the base. My lash girl will tell you time and time again, just at the base. Actually, funny story about that. I thought she meant at the tips at first. I was really messing up my lashes. And she's like, why do these keep doing this? Oh, you know, I'm just an idiot. It's fine. And then I use Mascara's Pearl Illuminator. It's really good. And I just kind of do right above my cheeks, right under my brows, right there, down my nose, and then in between my brows. And I just use my fingers. It just kind of gives it some sparkle, and then usually I'll just take a brush and kind of brush over it. You guys hear my dogs? Real life people. Once I have highlighter on, I finish with lips, which is like my favorite part, and the question I get asked the most is like what lipsticks I like. So I've linked a ton in the blog post of ones that I use and like color-wise. I actually did a post a while back on like the best colors for blondes that I use, but yeah. So today I'm just using Rose Naturel, and it's by Pixie, but it's currently my fave, so yeah. Once the lips are on, then I spray a little with Urban Decay makeup setting spray. Let it dry. And then ta-da! That's what I do. Now go get yourself a strawberry acai from freaking Starbucks. You'll thank me later.